Yes. Good morning, students. So in this lecture, we will just discuss about syllabus as well as some basics which are related with this topic, like Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law. So this is our first lecture of this subject, circuit theory, right? So in this particular case, in this particular subject, because this is particularly based on analysis of the network, right? So in this particular case, we will just use some mathematical tool to explore electrical network. Yes. Now, for the electrical students, because you are just both, this subject is common for both electrical as well as for the EC student, right? So for the electrical student, name of the subject is circuit theory. For electrical student, name of the subject is circuit theory. Whereas for this EC student, name of the subject is synthesis and analysis of the networks, SAN, right? Subject is almost same. Subject is almost same, although for this so for electrical engineering students, name of the subject is circuit theory, whereas for the EC student, this subject is synthesis and analysis of the network. Because this is totally somewhat numerical based subject, or you may say in this particular case, we will just compare different technique to calculate voltage, current, or power across any element across different parts of the network, right? So as far as syllabus is concerned, we are having 4 different parts. Now in this subject, there are 4 parts. In part 1, we will just see how to do analysis of the different network, whether that will be DC network, whether that will be AC network, right? So basically, in part 1 and part 2, there is a analysis of the network. In part 3, we will study designing or synthesis of the network. And in part 4, we will see the topic of filter. In this particular lecture, We will just give the brief introduction about the syllabus, and after that I will take two topics. One is Ohm's law and second is Kirchhoff's laws. Right? So basically in this subject we are having two different parts. One is analysis of the networks and second is synthesis of the network. Analysis means we will just find voltage, current, power or energy across any element or across the complete network by the use of different technique. What is analysis? Analysis is to calculate voltage, current, energy or power across any element by using different technique, different basics, right? And second part of the syllabus is synthesis. Synthesis means designing of the network. In first case, circuit is given to us and we will have to find the equation, and from that equation we will have to find voltage or current or whatsoever is required. But in second case, equation is given to us and from that equation we will have to design a network. That means how much value of the resistance is there, how much value of the inductance is there, or what is the value of the capacitance connected, and where that resistance, inductance and capacitances are connected, in series, in parallel, in star, in delta, all that. Right? So designing means some equation will be given to you. From that equation we will have to design a network in terms of R, L and C, resistance, inductance and capacitance with their values. And analysis means all that values R, L and C values are given, some voltage is given. We will have to calculate current, power or voltage across any element in that particular circuit. So is the difference between voltage and current is clear to you? From this discussion, are you clear with this difference between the analysis and synthesis of the network? So for designing, we are having two different techniques. Two different techniques are there for designing of the network. One is Foster form, F-O-O-S-T-E-R, Foster forms, and second is Cure form, C-A-U-E-R. Foster form and Cure form, these two are different techniques for designing of the network. And for the analysis of the network, we are using different theorems. That is, as per our curriculum, we are having Thevenin theorem, Norton theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, superposition theorem, and reciprocity theorem. Right? So in this particular case, by the use of Ohm's law, by the use of Kirchhoff's law, we will be able to calculate current, voltage or power across any element, across any part of the circuit or across the complete circuit. Similarly, with the help of different theorems, we will be able to find current, voltage or power across any element or across any part of the circuit or across the complete circuit by using these techniques. Different theorems are nothing but these are the different techniques to calculate voltage, current or power across any element of the circuit. And one thing more which is very, very important, that these network theorem may be applicable to AC as well as across DC network. So this is your these are your 4 parts of the syllabus. Part 1, network theorem. Part 2, transient. Part 3, synthesis of the network. And part 4, filter. In part 1, we are having Ohm's law. We will just start with the basics. Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, resistances in series, resistances in parallel, and then how to calculate the current in different parts of the parallel circuit, how to calculate voltage in different parts of the series circuit. Right? After completing these basics, then we will move towards the theorem. And there are 5 theorems in your syllabus: Thevenin theorem, Norton theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, superposition theorem, and reciprocity theorem. Right? Then after that, transients, synthesis of the network, and then filters. First of all, part 1. In part 1, after completing the basics like Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's laws, resistances in series, resistances in parallel, voltage division, current division, then after that star connected network, delta connected network. After completing all these basics, we will just start with the part network theorems. Right? In case of the network theorem, we are having 5 different theorems. One is Thevenin theorem, second Norton theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, reciprocity theorem, and superposition theorem. Right? Thevenin and Norton are a dual of each other. That means almost half of the steps to calculate voltage or current across any part in case of Thevenin and Norton theorem are same. Right? After that, maximum power transfer theorem. So in case of the maximum power transfer theorem, the basic statement is power transfer across the load is maximum when voltage power transfer across the load is maximum when load resistance is equal to the source resistance, internal resistance of the source. Right? Power transfer from the source to the load is maximum when internal resistance of the source is equal to load resistance, right? We will see what is the proof of this theorem, and after that we will just calculate what should be the amount of the maximum power transfer across the load during this particular condition. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, after completing this part, we will move towards the next part, that is part 2. Part 2 is transients, right? Next is transient. Transient means abnormal behavior, right? Whenever some abnormal behavior is there in any network, that will be considered as the transient. Basically, transient is due to two different causes. Transient is due to two different causes. One is due to switching. Either I am going to switch on the supply or switch off the supply. And second is due to fault. So whenever switching will occur or whenever fault will occur, on both of the time, this transients are there in the network, right? And in this part, we will study RL series, RC series, RLC series, right? With different types of the input. Input may be DC, input may be AC. Also, there are different types of the signal like step signal, ramp signal, impulse signal, pulse signal, or exponential signal, sinusoidal signal. These are different kinds of the signal which may be generated by the use of different types of the generator. So these signal may be applied across any of the combination of R, L, and C. After applying these different kinds of the input, what is the behavior of the network, that we will study in this topic, in this particular part of the syllabus. So in part 3, we will discuss synthesis of the network. What is synthesis? I had already explained it to you. Designing of the network by using different techniques. Whenever some equation will be given to you into the form of some transfer function. What is transfer function? Laplace of the output over Laplace of the input. So Laplace is one mathematical tool which you will study in mathematics in M3. Mathematics 3, applied mathematics 3, we are having this part of the Laplace transformation. So in Laplace transformation, we are denoting the equation with S, small s. As in time domain, we are denoting the equation with T, small t. In the similar manner, in Laplace transformation, we will denote the equation with small s. So whenever some equation is there into the form of that some quadratic equation in the numerator over some quadratic equation in the denominator, then from that equation we will have to design a network into the form of R, L and C, right? Into the form of R, L and C, right?
Okay, sir.
So that designing will be considered as network synthesis. Right? Next is part 4, that is filter. Filter is, it is a device which will pass some particular band of frequency through itself. This will pass some particular band of frequency through itself, and it will just attenuate all the other signal. Attenuate means block. So there are different applications of the filter. There are different applications of the filter. Like in present scenario, we are having that FM radio. In FM radio, generally you may listen, you are listening 94.3 my FM. That means that particular band of the frequency will be just passed through that filter which is there in your device. So basically what will happen with the help of that variation of the inductor and capacitor, we will be able to tune the network in such a way that some particular band of frequency will be passed through it and the rest will be blocked. Right? So for this particular case, we will have to design a different filter. We will have to design a different filter which will allow one particular band of frequency either to pass or to block. So that type of the designing is there in case of your part 4, and that part is filter. Yes. So first topic as per your curriculum, that is Ohm's law. What is the statement of the Ohm's law? It states that current flowing through the network is directly proportional to the voltage applied across it. Current flowing through the network is directly proportional Now see here, this is the resistance R, V is the voltage, I is the current flowing through it. So as per the Ohm's law, I is directly proportional to V, right? Or V is equal to IR. What is the statement of the Ohm's law? It states that current flowing through the network is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across it, provided physical conditions like temperature, pressure that will remain same, right? So if I'm taking the example of this particular circuit, V is the potential difference applied across this distance R. So as per Ohm's law, I is directly proportional to V. V is equal to IR. So what are the limitations of the Ohm's law? It will not be applied on the semiconductor devices, and generally we are saying that it is not applied on the non-linear devices. So whenever that non-linear devices will come, these will be semiconductor devices like diode, transistor, etc. Right? Second limitation is temperature, pressure required to remain same. If these will vary, Ohm's law again fail. Right?
Yes, sir.
Then after that, next is Kirchhoff's laws. So there are two different Kirchhoff's laws.
KCL and KVL.
KCL and KVL. Just a minute.
Your voice is not audible, sir. Not audible, sir. Sir, your voice is not audible, sir.